What's up guys, Sub-Zero here. You guys think about the hat? I'm having a... I can't actually swear at the start of a video. I'm having a bad hair day. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Let me know what you guys think about the hat in the comments. Honestly, it's a pretty mid hat. Okay, it's not even a mid hat, it's a horrible hat. In any case, today we got a VOD from the Western Last Chance Qualifier. If you don't know, this is an 8-person tournament. Whoever gets first place goes to Worlds. Other 7 people get a little bit of cash, but really the main prize is first place goes to Worlds. This is the first game from it. It was a really, really interesting game. I definitely want to highlight Kurfuzzled's performance in this game. This was a 3 and 4 cost hero augment where the entire lobby took 4 cost hero augment except for Kurfuzzled because he rolled all the way looking for a Twisted Fate hero augment, missed, and then had to go with a Neela hero augment, which is absolutely not what you want from his position, but he still managed to eke out a really, really strong placement. I won't spoil what it was, but huge hats off, except I'm not going to take it off because my hair looks like garbage right now, to Kurfuzzled. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks.
So this is game 1 of the, not NA, but Western Last Chance Qualifier. I'll crank it up to 2 times speed. We are watching the VODs. We know who won, but I guess for the people who are watching on YouTube, I won't spoil anything because a lot of people won't know. So yeah, we'll just go into the games. We are watching main broadcast. I wanted to watch the winners POV, but they did not post their VODs, so we're just gonna watch everyone's POV. So that way we get to go on to everyone, see all the different spots people took, so it should be fun. But yeah, man, I feel like it's been ever since I saw a spat carousel. Like, I feel like we just, I don't know. I feel like they made it less likely for some reason. But yeah, I feel like I haven't seen one in 10 years, but we got one this game. So, I mean, people have to figure out what they're going to do with these spats. I mean, you can basically make any spat work. I tend to lean away from something like an anima spat. Oh, combat training, but you don't really have a combat training start. Yeah, makeshift seems good here, especially with 2 offensive components here. With the spat, it'll be interesting. Oh, life is bad here. I mean, clear mind is just a solid early game augment. I don't know if he's a spot to play some kind of like Lulu board. You could take Axiom. He's using a trade sector here with a decent number of pairs. Okay. Ends up, hits the Kale too, gets Fiora in, and I mean, yeah, this is the strongest board for sure. We did see an Anima spat taken from Black Sheep, so Anima for them. Tanjiro took a scoped weapons, and I didn't get to see what everyone took, but we'll see as we go through everything. Ketzer took Salvage Fin, which is really interesting in these types of lobbies. If you already have a spat and you can get another spat through maybe taking emblem either off carousel late game or off of like an augment, like in this case, like Ketzer has this anima spat slammed, but if he gets say another anima spat from an augment, he can just crack that open into 2 spats, make a tactician's crown out of it. That's what it's called right now, right? It used to be called tactician's crown, right? So maybe we'll see that. What's the deal with this little like sideways thing? Oh, this is his org, right? Maybe? It looks like a sideways 4. I keep just seeing it as a sideways 4. Oh, we hit Riven. Wow. I mean, maybe we'll actually see a vertical anima game from Ketzer here. It's not a comp I am the biggest fan of, but I mean, when you can have this strong opener for it, I think it makes a good amount of sense. So yeah, maybe we'll actually see anima game there. Kindle Gem, Rep opener, definitely looking to angle Lulu from here, it looks like. Prepping Lulus, Pantheons. I didn't see what item he had slammed, because he just has the spat right now. If you're playing Lulu, I guess you can make Heart Spat. The problem is you need blue buff for Lulu, so then you're going to have to make blue buff for Lulu, and then you need to find even more tiers. So yeah, he's Kindle Gem slammed all of his items. He ends up taking Bow on Jax. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Curious to see what Kindle Gem does with that spot, because normally when you're playing Lulu Reroll, you wouldn't really think of Bow as being a good item. I mean, maybe if you have like Sword, but then that can be like Gunblade. I don't know. Black Sheep here with the double anima spat. So we actually have 2 people going anima right now. Black Sheep and Ketzer. And then we'll see if Ketzer ends up pivoting into something else. We'll see. So yeah, interesting start. Archangel's here. So Kurfuzzled has the Archangel slammed onto Lulu and nothing else left. He has just a tier open and still is leaving the spat open. Also has a 3-cost duplicator. So yeah, everyone, right? Looks like everyone got a 3-cost duplicator. I think I was looking at the players' items on the left during carousel, but yeah, everyone's got a 3-cost duplicator. That's really good for, I mean, anyone who wants to continue a win streak. Someone like Black Sheep, it's really nice for if he can hit like that extra ribbon and just make ribbon 2. But he doesn't have anything right now like that, so we'll see. It's also really nice for anyone who wants to play for some kind of 3-cost reroll comp, but I don't know if we actually have any 3-cost reroll comps here. It all depends on augment, right? Like a lot of these anima boards, maybe, I mean, even Ketzer could, with the salvage bin, like if he gets a vein, like spread shot set up here, he could easily just pivot, make that BT plus blue buff into a Shojin plus like another tier item. So yeah, definitely could still be 3-cost reroll from there. Kurfuzzled spot. So it was a 5 loss for Kurfuzzled. Made a bunch of gold, but yeah, it doesn't really have that much of a board right now. Just a couple of 2-star frontliners, really stuck carrying this Lulu one, but the upside is he has a ton of gold, is able to get Annie in here, gets the Morgana in as well. So this will be his strongest board for now. And he also has an easy level 6, so you can just add that Wukong too. So his spot, like, he's low, but his spot does not look that bad. Yo, we see double Velvets here from Robbie Van Knob. So, and double Renan slammed as well. So, interesting spot for him. Just playing absolute tempo here with the Hustler augment. So, just trying to push levels, has the double Velvets, and maybe he will end up hitting Belveth 2 early. We'll see. All right, we have gold augments here, but no hero. On life is bad, 88 HP. He does angle for last stand here with the Infinity +1. Interesting. Oh shoot, I'm trying to remember if the last stand procs on the Infinity clones. I feel like I remember seeing someone play this and it did not. I'm not completely sure. We'll see once it gets procced, but that'll be in a while. Rubavan ended up getting a Jeweled Lotus, which is really nice. Kurfuzzled ended up getting a Thrill of the Hunt, which is interesting. See what he ends up doing with that, because he already had Archangel slammed. I mean, you can theoretically play like Oxlingers with Thrill. Not so bad, but I don't know. We'll see what he ends up playing. Revan still streaking. Went fast level 7, and I was rolling to try to find the Spellveth 2. He also has a Samira, so maybe find a Samira 2. Also has a Rammus with those duplicators, so maybe you could find like another Rammus and make Rammus 2. Kanda is hard committed here to playing Riftwalker with this Riftwalker emblem that he got from somewhere. Not really sure where he got that from. I guess he got dropped a tome off of Krugs or something, because he doesn't have it's not from his augments, and it's an uncraftable emblem. So I guess he got dropped tome off Krugs, and then he wasn't tailored for it probably, so he just ended up taking it. But I mean, it's definitely not bad by any means. Right. Black Sheep ends up getting that Jin. Okay. Still no, also interesting this game, still no spats on any of the carousels. Like, when you have a spat opener, if you end up with, a 3-spat carousel or even a 1-spat carousel early on, that means that people can make fawns. But there hasn't been a spat on any of these carousels yet, I don't believe. So no one gets the bonus of having a fawn. So all good, I guess. All good. From Kanda spot, we see Gunblade Asoul. Yeah, so, I mean, he's just going to chill on, like, a mediocre board. Can use Asoul to carry items for a while. He might just keep them there forever. Similarly, Kurfuzzled actually finally started to roll his gold down. He's 39 HP, but yeah, went 7 on 3-5 probably, and is rolling to try to get to, like, an Oxlinger's board probably. I'd have to imagine. So yeah, like I was talking about earlier, Oxlingers with Thrill, not bad. Like TF can proc the Thrill the Hunt at the end of the fight, basically, heal up a bunch and just finish off a lot of units. So I think it's not the worst in the comp, but not the best either. But yeah, we'll see what he ends up doing. Ooh, it's a Leona. Because it is also, I mean, I don't know, it's a slightly hard pivot to make into like some kind of Jin comp, but you could theoretically do that. It's just there's a lot of units you kind of have to hold to make that pivot happen. So yeah, a lot of AP items here. At least the Shojin you could make. Ooh, okay, he's gonna move. Static Shiv. So yeah, he's gonna move over to the TF. Just wants to play the Oxlingers route. Gonna make Static Shiv plus Archangels, and then probably like declaw on some kind of frontliner, and then look for some kind of sword item last on TF. Either, I mean, you probably don't need Gunblades. You are gonna opt for a Giant Slayer, I'd have to imagine. Worst case, it could be. I mean, worst case, it could be IE because you already have Jeweled Lotus. So yeah, you really don't want IE. Oh, and ends up selling the. Did he? Where did he have Viego to or something? He ended up selling Viego. Rolling here. Misses completely on TF. Wow. What's he end up taking here? Wow, these are horrible options. Ends up taking the Jubilant Veil. Got buffed this patch, but still. And he's going to play Jubilant Veil over the Echo. I mean, I get that, yeah, that has to be your best option, right? That feels really, really bad, though. And then he can make Oxforce Spat Neela, which, I mean, it's not terrible. Also, because he's the Oxforce Spat, this means he can cut the Fiora, so that at least makes some amount of sense, right? And you still get to keep Duelist in. But yeah, that's kind of a scary spot. So Jubilant Veil, especially with so many people. Like, look, literally the entire rest of the lobby took 4-cost Hero Augment here. But he ends up taking Jubilant Veil because he rolls and completely misses on TF Augment. There's even Life is Bad with Gear Shift. Van Kenob got Style and Flare actually win streaking. Probably is just what he needed to make, because remember he had one of those Samirs earlier, so I'm curious if he has Samir 2 here. I could definitely see that being something that happened. Oh, Van still has his spat open, but I can't imagine it's going to make it all the way to Van. If it did, that would be insane. Wait. Oh my god, it did! It actually made its way all the way to Van, and now Van can make a Fawn! Oh my gosh. And okay, yeah, so he did have the Samira 2. He's win streaking. This spot seems illegal. The only problem is he doesn't have too many items for Samira, but he can move the Hodge over later. At least Jubilant feels less bad, knowing there's at least 2 Infinity players with a lot of CC, but still feels like a really bad miss. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not what you would want. It's going to do something, and at least it like kind of fits onto the board, but yeah, it definitely is not ideal. We see Black Sheep here rolling down. He pauses, says, "Hey guys, I'm not hitting any MFs. Can we fix the RNG for this game, please?" I'll go skip ahead if depending on how long the pause is. Alright, watch the games. No spoilerinos, Finn. Oh, okay, you're good. You're good. Yeah, I know what happened, but I haven't actually watched the first few games that closely, so I want to go back and watch some of them to see how all the POVs do. Why would I spoiler anything? Look. Nyla ult isn't interrupted because of Jubilant Veil. She gets one shot anyways. Peepo's sad. R.I.P. Black Sheep. Oh, rough spot. So it was the Anima spot. Wait, this spot's so interesting. It ended up hitting Jinx 3 somehow. Not sure exactly how. But he's just stuck on MF carry augment with 2 MFs. Yeah, this is wild that he's 0 gold. I'm curious how he even got to this spot. That he's 0 gold, level 7, and he just, I mean, I guess he just missed. I think that is what happened. I mean, I like a. Oh, he does finally hit the misfortune. Okay, yeah, I like a GS plus. He's just gonna go Gwinsu for the Jinx. Okay, I kind of dig it. I'm subbed and it's not even following. And not even following. That's my bad. Thanks whoever gifted. Oh yeah, there's a few people who gift a decent amount of subs. So congrats on the gifted. You just roll infinite and fortitude and hit MFs, and when you're spending gold on stuff like the Jinx 3, you become less likely to hit again. That's true. Yeah, I'm curious how he even hit the Jinx 3. All right, over to Kindlegem, who is 4 HP, rolling down. Looks like he was trying to find one vein. No, the vein is fully prepped. Okay, I didn't actually see what he was rolling there for because I was looking at chat. But he finally has the Duelist board. I guess he's just looking for TF2 in that spot, but he still has no TF2, even on 8. Oh, and he's just edge. Ah, okay. Rest in peace, Kindlegem, one of our NA reps. Over to Kurfuzzled, 13 HP. Kind of a, I mean, it looks like he had hit, he had Nico, he had most of his units upgraded, so we'll see how well he can do with that board. 4 admin, 4 laser, 4 brawler board here from Tanjiro, 4 Warwick board, and he was the one who started off with scope weapons, so pretty good augment setup for the Warwick. He's even has Gwinsu on him, which feels really good with the scope weapons, just because you're gonna sit in the back and hit everybody, so that's pretty nice. And we saw Kurfuzzled win another fight. All right, Orin item here. So everyone's got to start being careful. Kurfuzzled could take another Oxbat. He could play 6 Ox because Kurfuzzled already had an Oxbat. So maybe. We'll see 6 Ox out of Kurfuzzled. He would need to find the Fiora again and then cut the Nunu for it, which I mean seems really good, but he does have to find that Fiora again if he wants to do it. You gotta be really careful positioning-wise here. This is Orin item. Wow, Kurfuzzled doesn't move at all. What about the people, like, there are going to be people here who take Blitz Grab, so... Oh, but he has the Jubilant Veil. It's actually so nice. So he doesn't have to actually worry about Blitz Grab at all. So, nice for Kurfuzzled at least. We'll see how many people end up even going Blitz Grab. Alright, so yeah, the Jubilant Veil, the secret tech for all these Ornn item lobbies, where you have to worry about Blitz Grab, but I don't know, we saw... Okay, there's one from Life is Bad, at least, so that's one that people have to play for. Life is Bad. 8 HP, but he hasn't proc Last Stand yet, so yeah, okay. And then that player is actually playing for the Blitz Grab positioning, so good. My reaction was the exact same at this point in the game. Why isn't he scouting? Oh yeah, Jubilant Veil, yeah. It's the Jubilant Veil. You never see it, but it's the tech. All right, and then Konda and Tendra get eliminated, so we have our top 4. Wow, and Kurfuzzled hard win streak in this spot. Though Life is Bad just hit his Last Stand, so that's going to spike his board a lot. Kind of a weird setup for Life is Bad, though. Needs to hit, like, Ezreal, too. Because he has this Ezreal holding all of his items, but he's stuck on Ezreal 1, and then he just has TG on his Samira. Right? Ends up with a GS, so now we have triple item Ezreal, which feels really good, and it is frontline, backline, portal. I mean, this is one of the best setups you can have for Infinity Team, frontline, backline, portal, Infinity Team spat on Garen. See how Ravavan's board does into it, but yeah, I mean, yeah, this board out of Life is Bad is really strong. Kurfuzzled winning another fight as well. All right, so yeah, Kurfuzzled's board, he did end up hitting the Fiora, so now he has 6 Ox Force, so pretty sick. Yeah, and so there's 2 Oxslingers players. There's this Oxslinger player as well. So they took a Duelist spat, which feels kind of bad. Maybe Ketzer took the Duelist spat. Oh, he took the Duelist spat just to make Fawn, right? I don't actually see a Fawn somewhere here. I'm losing my mind, but does he have Fawn? Because I didn't see the Duelist spat somewhere. I'm going crazy. I want to see Ketzer's board. And Life is Bad ends up dying, man. It took him 10 years to get to Last Stand, and then he loses anyway. Sad. Ravavan finally manages to go 9 here. They're just trying to cap his board on round 5 Infinity Team because he doesn't have the Infinity Team spat. Has to fight Kurfuzzled with the 6 Ox Force board. This Blitz Grab did not wait. Did the Blitz Grab? It probably fired and I just didn't see it because it almost looked like it didn't fire, but I guess it doesn't matter. But yeah, Ketzer dead, and so it's just Ravavan and Kurfuzzled here who can win out in the last fight. Guardbreaker and Zizirot taken. And we're going to look from both POVs. Pog going down on Ravavan's part to try to find Ez2, but a little bit not enough gold. Ends up getting Morgana in here, actually, because he has no Shred. I see a lot of people do this. Just it's so wild, but like right at the end of the game, just a random Morgana in. Okay, so yeah, the Blitz Grab does go, but I mean, it just doesn't exist because of the Jubilant Veil. So yeah, the Jubilant Veil ends up going off this game, and it's actually a first for Kurfuzzled. What an impressive game to absolutely miss on your hero augment and still go first. Okay, I'll definitely tuber this one. So if you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Check my Twitch and all my other links down below.